Good day, gentlemen. It's the 23rd of February. It is the last Rustore rotation for February 2023, and we have pointed out that there seems to be a pattern over the last Rustore rotations over the past 3 months. Basically, what I'm saying is, for today, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some creative, outlandish, more crazy picks for today. Facepunch tends to pick out some things that are a bit more risky, because, it's the last week of the month. They're fine with it. They want to test some things out. And recently, so if we go back as far as the end of November, and I have pointed this out like 3 times already, we got the Tiki Tier 3, a pretty outlandish pick, and then the first skin ever to be accepted that was marketable for Dark Schneider. So, new skin creator gets their first ever skin accepted. Then we go over to the end of December. What do we see? We immediately have pizza. Clothing? What? We got this accepted, and then JJ had his first ever skin accepted. So, seeing a pattern here, aren't we? And then we get towards the end of January, and what do we see then? We see more pizza stuff, and we see items that haven't had skins in such a long time, and then we see Upor got their first ever skin accepted. So, we have seen a trend where the last Rust rotation of the month is going to be a risky, wacky bunch of choices, and then we're going to see a skin creator who's never had a skin accepted before getting their first ever skin accepted. Will this pattern follow through with today? We can't guarantee anything, but we definitely are looking forward to finding out, aren't we? So in terms of what we're anticipating today, we have the likes of comics, we have the likes of Cybercode, we have the likes of Pizza, we have the likes of Elite Crate, and we have the likes of Fish Collection. Now this is mainly based on clothing. We know that there is Comics Tier 3 gloves and boots that were submitted these past couple of weeks. We know that there is Cybercode Tier 3 and hoodie and pants that have been submitted. We know Pizza has boots. We have, it was boots, a boonie hat, and it was Tier 3. We've seen the likes of Elite Crate Tier 2 have, well, it's been like 6 weeks since it first was submitted. Still haven't seen it, but then we've recently seen Elite Crate hoodie and pants being submitted, and then we've recently seen Fish hoodie and pants being submitted. So there's a lot in contention, and you've probably seen it all in TGG's top picks that came out just 2 days ago. So we have been seeing a lot of typical picks being accepted recently, so most likely you'll be seeing skins accepted from this batch. We don't know. There could easily be a random batch of early picks today. There might be a random batch of late picks today. I at the very least would expect another extra late pick, much like last week. We had 7 typical picks and 1 extra late pick. And if you don't understand the terminology I'm using, I have a video just over here explaining all of it. Micro's hypothesis. We talk about how there usually is a 3-week time frame for when a skin is likely to be accepted, but even then some skins can still be accepted from a much later date. So you can't really rule anything out. It's a bit silly, but we try our best to figure these things out. So get a good look at all of these skins, gentlemen. Is it going to be mostly these skins? Is it mostly going to be from the top picks for February week 4? So, we do not know 100% what is going to be accepted, but we do know if we just keep refreshing this section here, you're eventually going to see the new skins appear. And that, of course, when we see the new skins appear, that means the Rustore has rotated. So we go over to here and we start refreshing for our links of El Diablo Crossbow and Wasteland Hatchet and Wasteland Pickaxe. Yes, Steam is very slow today. I know, I've seen it. It's very, very slow today, so I just want to point that out to you. So, yep, we are playing the waiting game. How long until we see those new skins? Well, on average, it seems to be around 9 o'clock every week so far is when we have the Rust rotation. That is 9 o'clock in the UK. So, yeah. There's no guarantees as to what we're going to see today, but I expect to see some very interesting, strange-looking picks, and I look forward to finding out what the pattern will be. Now, of course, last night we also had our abnormal buy orders, so here we are. Minted Gold Garage Door, $4.49 in a Rustore right now, but the buy orders only just about getting up to $4. We look at these buy orders over here, and we can see that the bulk of it is mostly around $2. Then you get a nice batch here going up to about $2.50. You get a reasonable batch here going up to $3. But no one's really chasing that higher price mark. No one's really going knee deep in that no one's doing like a big fat quantity up to $4. So I guess people are a bit worried about what's likely going to happen with the future of minted gold. But what we have seen is when this was accepted, we saw the other minted gold deplorable skins jumping up in value, in demand, and in price. So yes, very nice. Will we see another minted gold skin being accepted soon? I don't know, but Trix likes to take his time, it seems. Over the past few months, he's been only submitting a skin on average every 3 weeks or so. So we'll see what happens in regards to that. But as of now, everything's lining up to being quite nice. What you see here is not that many sales. 15,000. When you compare it to the likes of all of the other garage door skins, this has been doing a whole lot better. I'm comparing it to all of the 2023 garage door skins. So yeah, it was a higher price, and it scared off a lot of people that wanted to buy big fat batches of them. The excess purchases isn't too crazy for this one compared to the likes of Lover's Arrow, Dungeon Garage Door, Lunar Rabbit's Fortune, and Constellation's Garage Door. All of these had over 20,000 sales. This looks like it's barely going to reach over 15,000. So better for that. We know that there's not too many excess purchases. And by excess purchases, I mean people who buy them with the pure intent to sell. If there's far too many of those people that exist, then yeah, the price just gets devalued because far too many of them appear in the Steam market and third-party sites. So that's looking to be okay at the moment, but it doesn't look like it's going to hold its value. What I'm saying is you could put down a very strong $4 buy order right now, and I wouldn't be surprised if you buy them for $4 at some point. But do be prepared. If we do see another minted gold deplorable in the future, things are going to be looking very nice for it. Control panel locker, $3.49. Bulk of the buy orders sitting at around $1.50 here, going all the way up to about $2. Very nice. Goes all the way up to about $2.20, then it cools off. You get a random 40 here at $2.50, you get a random buy order here at $2.77, and then it just completely cools off. We are kind of anticipating that we're probably going to be seeing a whole lot more locker skins being accepted this year, because it's been a pretty noticeable pattern. But there's no guarantees. You never know what's going to happen. You can only assume, you can only guess. So at the moment, it doesn't look like it's going to hold its value. But as time goes on, with the amount of sales that it had, 17,000, and when you compare it to the other locker skins that we've had come out quite recently, it's a lot less compared to them. 24,000 here. 37,500 here, 33,000 here. This has only had just about 17,000 sales. It is more expensive though, so again, a higher price has scared off the people that would buy them in excess. But it looks like it might be doing alright in the long term. It's a very cool looking skin. It's a very cool looking skin. You never know, maybe it might turn into a collection. We shall see. So let's just leave it at that for a while. Alright, then we got the likes of the Dungeon Furnace. Dungeon Furnace, I don't trust very much. Furnace skins very likely are going to go below their rust or price. I've seen it happen with all of the 2022 Furnace skins. At one point, every single one of them was below their rust or price. I fully believe that's going to happen all over again with the 2023 ones, so yeah. But when times are good, Furnaces do go back up in price. Do you have the faith for this? Maybe just put down a $1.50 buy order. There's no competition. There's no competition for that $1.50 slot. But yeah, this isn't going to hold its value. So be prepared for that. Then we have the Bismuth door. We do know Bismuth has an armoured door that was submitted this week. Mr. Wirecat does plan to turn this into a collection. This is a $2 skin, but the buy orders only go up to quite strongly up to about $1.30, and that's it. So, yeah, we are still cautious if we're going to see tons of sheet metal door skins being accepted this year. Last year we had 25. So far in 2023, we've had, let's see here, we have had 2. In fact, I could just show you. Why didn't I just show you? 2 doors. That is it. That's all we've seen. Maybe the amount of doors we normally see for a sheet metal door is getting replaced with the garage doors, because we keep getting garage doors being accepted. But yeah, so far, this is all we have for 2023. Could this help it out in terms of reducing the potential that it's going to screw up and go below its rust or price, much like what happened with the Volcano door? Hopefully. But yeah, what we can also learn from the Volcano door is if we don't see another skin being accepted in its collection, then it will struggle. So if we don't see another Bismuth deplorable skin being accepted at any point in the near future, it very likely will be struggling. So be prepared. But that's why we do our buy orders. That's why we have the abnormal buy order talk and stream and whatnot. We are always being prepared for bad times, for example, and whatnot. So yeah, actually, there's a thing that we should take a look at. Rust player count, because how's the player count today? On the Thursday, only 109,000 people playing. Now, that could be down to the fact that Sons of the Forest has been released today. Maybe a lot of people are getting their survival itch with the likes of newer games. So that very likely could be an answer. Sons of the Forest was, I think it actually crashed the Steam servers. If you try and buy it right now, it's broken. That's what I've seen. I've seen it on the Steam subreddit and whatnot. But oh well, let's put that aside. Good boy AK. Someone came up to me earlier and said, hey, is this a good idea to invest into? This is a $3 skin. And the buy orders only go up to $1.65. No, I don't have a lot of faith in this. Whilst it's a very fun, silly gimmick, yes, you get to play with the trigger and it's the dog's knob. Yeah, I don't think it's going to hold. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some more wacky skins. This has treaded that fine line of mature and now we're delving into silly. Are we going to see a whole lot more silly skins? If this got away with it, will we see other skin creators making their, giving it a shot to try and get some more silly skins being accepted on their AKs? We shall see. But I don't think it's going to hold its value. We know there's going to be another AK being accepted at some point in the near future. It is expected every 2 weeks we're going to see a new AK. And how many AKs have we seen recently? Because we literally had one last week. No, well, as in the week before this one. So remember the Valentine's one. Come on, load up, load up. Here we go. Here we are. Okay, cool. So we are currently, if we see another AK being accepted today for this current day's Rustle rotation, we would have 3 in the trot. But so far, after 7 Rustle rotations, we've had 5 AK-47 skins. Kiss AR is in a weird position. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. It did have 30,000 sales, so it is in a bit of a weird position. But this right here, it only had 13,000 sales, but even then, I wouldn't be surprised if it struggles. So be prepared for that. Be prepared. So maybe if it turns into a collection, we could see it progress nicely. But AK-47s, they're not reliable investments. And I just heard some cats fighting outside. Anyway, yeah, this isn't looking super great, but this was expected. If you've seen one of my most recent videos, incoming market downturn, this is expected. We are expecting less people going to be playing Rust, and we are going to be expecting Rust skins to go down in price. The Rust economy has been having great times recently, but I actually don't have a thing for this. Let me just put this over here. All the skins that you see right now on the front page, even them, they are all going to start going down in price. We are going to be seeing the market downturn. The trends of the prices will be going down, and we're just going to have to live with it. But we've been through this all before. You know, we know when times are bad, it's a great time to buy in. So for all of those skins that you sold during post-Christmas times, all that money that you have, you know, I hope you've been counting it all up, because now we are approaching the time to strike. And soon, when those prices hit rock bottom, we can attack, buy them all out, and sell them on when it's good times again. That's just how it plays out, isn't it? Right then, gentlemen. So, with that, do you have any questions that you might want to ask? Is there anything... I'm looking to my chat right here. Quick chat, say hello to YouTube. Hello! Remember, for investment, they are not reliable, but if you like the skin, please buy and use it. Support the creators. Exactly that, Mr. Wazar. If you like the skin... please consider buying the skin, using it, and enjoying it. Support those creators, support Rust, it's all good. So, yep. Does anybody have any actual questions? Is everybody all good? Are we all happy? Are we all settled? Is everything all right? All right, then. So, I think that was a bit quick, wasn't it? So, gentlemen, what will we see today? What silly things will be submitted and accepted? Which new skin creator might we see today? It's not a guarantee that the pattern's going to continue, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does continue. I am quite confident we're going to be seeing some more pizza stuff. We've been seeing pizza stuff for the last Rustle rotation for the past 2 months, so let's see if it happens again today. Best of luck to all of you, and gentlemen, let's skip ahead. He's telling the truth now. Weird skins! Weird skins! Weird skins! Yay! Oh, there you go. That happened. Is that Solodno's first ever skin to be accepted? The pattern's real. The pattern's real. Oh my god. Spooky. So, we gotta go do some buy orders. Back in a bit. We literally just voted to. We asked the chat, hey, what do you reckon's going to get accepted? Everyone said pizza. Pizza time! So, yeah, we're going to go do our buy orders now. So, see you in a bit. Right, good day. Hello, gentlemen. I've waited like 30 or 40 minutes because I wanted to do my buy orders on the new tools, and, well, yeah, they took a while to actually get listed. So here we are. We've just had the Rustle rotation. Wha-bam! There you go. Yes, 10 new skins. I didn't see the Wasteland Sap until I looked again. So, yeah, 10 skins. It's a 10-skin week. We rarely ever see that happen. And as we anticipated, I said this during the abnormal video. I said this earlier. Crazy week. You will see the silly skins for the last week of the month. The last rotation of the month, you will see the more silly looking skins, the crazy ideas. We literally have an alien tier 3 armor, guys. I mean, yeah. It don't get any sillier than that. So this is where we tend to see the more risky picks, the more sillier choices. This is when they usually do it. Also, Solotno, you just got your first marketable skin accepted, didn't you? The pattern is real. The pattern is real. This has happened for the past 4 months now. All right. I haven't even checked October, but I think Halloween's a bit different. Anyway, so guys, this is interesting, but what we also want to take a quick look at is what was an early pick and what was a typical pick and what was a late pick, what was an extra late pick. So let's just go quickly find that out right now. So this was submitted the 14th, so that was a typical pick. That's a typical pick. Typical. It's all typical. Every single skin was on TGG's list. So no extra late pick, no early pick. Yeah, seems we're very dependent on the typical picks now. So that is the case. And we'll do a nice quick refresh here. And yeah, you're about to see all the skins appearing on SCMM. You can get a quick look for the first 30 or so minutes to see what's currently the most favoured skins. And then we're just going to quickly find out what is abnormal. So here we go. There we are. Yep, that's all of them there. All right, so what's abnormal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we go. So this is abnormal. This is abnormal. This is abnormal. This is not abnormal. This is not abnormal. This is not abnormal. This is abnormal. This is not abnormal. And this is not abnormal. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 abnormal skins. Perfectly fine. So yeah. As you might notice, these are selling at a higher price in comparison to these skins. I have it in pounds currency, pound sterling. If you were to look at this in USD, American, this should be selling for 99 cents, but this is probably selling for $2, and this is selling for $1.49. So yeah, you can see the differences, and that's usually the indicator to make sure what makes that abnormal. So abnormal pricing. Anyway, so got that all covered. We know what's abnormal. Now we need to take into consideration the new skins that just became marketable, the regular skin support. So, gentlemen, we have literally just seen this drop about within the past 20 or 30 minutes. This has over 800 requests to buy. Bulk of the buy orders below $1. You've got a very strong amount above, slightly above a dollar here. At $1.10, 140 requests. And then at $1.35, we have 100 quantity right here. So, this looks to be pretty secure to a point. This is a $2 skin, but the buy orders are only going up to $1.35. But I did say earlier, crossbows tend to hold their value quite nicely. They tend to do quite all right. They do better than quite a lot of the other weapon skins and whatnot. Doing better than those tools. Let's put it that way, because you're about to see that for yourself. During the good times, crossbows do better, and El Diablo is likely going to be getting some more skins in the future. Eros is very successful on that. We know that. So yeah, everything's doing quite all right for that. But will it go below its Rustall price? I'm pretty sure it will. I'm pretty sure it will. So with a fairly decent buy order over here, these people I think will be successful in getting them. So best of luck to you lot. Then we have the Wasteland tools. So we did see a SAP getting accepted this week. Wasteland is becoming a proper collection. It's getting a skin every single week, it looks like. This has over 500 requests, and this has just under 500 requests. So about the same. Bulk of the buy orders, they're all below $1. They're all below $1. As we said earlier, this likely will end up getting very cheap, much like all of the other tool skins. I'm talking hatchets and pickaxes. They aren't reliable investments, and because of that, people have only decided to stick with the 70 cent to 90 cent buy order. Basically, they'll buy them for a cheap price, and they'll just convert them to metal if they get the opportunity to do so, and sell them for a better price when they can sell the metal. So you get the idea. That is the unfortunate fate for that. Now we can talk about the new skins. So, first of all, we anticipated comics, we anticipated pizza. Shall we do a nice quick refresh? In fact, you know what? We could copy this, make a new tab, put that there, and we can compare. So, over to here, we had 57, 617, and 831, and now we have 55, 71, and 64. I don't think they got bought out. I think people removed their listings. So let's just go take a look at the likes of the comics hoodie at the moment. And right now, this is selling for $3. The reactionary nature of the Rust economy. People have removed their listings. People jumping in and buying these because with the boots and gloves being accepted, there's a very strong chance we're going to be seeing the jacket or the tier 3 being accepted. Now, let's also point out, gentlemen, we are very likely, potentially going to have a very interesting week next week. Why? Because it's Force Wipe March next week. We're going to have an update, and we're going to have a very interesting batch of skins, I believe. Remember, most people tend to play during the wipe day, Force Wipe Day. That being the first Rust rotation of the week as well. That is looking to be likely that we're going to probably get some comic skins for it. Think like this. If Face Punch is expecting loads of people to be playing, right? Then they are going to want to put out skins that I lost my tongue, sorry about that. They're going to put out some skins that they believe will sell the best. What do you think is very in demand at the moment? Probably that right there, comics. So tier 3 was submitted this past week. It's going to be a typical pick for the March Force Wipe. It's lining up very nicely that we're probably going to get a new core piece for the comics collection. However, if you can remember, Whiteout was the thing that we always had to compare with this because Whiteout is in abundance. Whiteout is struggling now because, well, get a load of this. Get a load of this. Now that we've just seen some of these new skins being accepted, we can see pizza on the front page, comics on the front page, and Whiteout kind of losing all of its popularity. But the key thing with the comics was, wow, we got a cheaper option for Whiteout skins now. But if this gets more popular, will this be held back due to the fact that we have Whiteout as well? What I'm saying is Whiteout hoodie and pants usually sat around $4 to $5 during the good times. This is now getting a lot of people noticing it, a lot of people jumping onto it, because of course we are expecting more skins to be accepted for the collection. But the issue is now, will it actually go above $4 or $5 because that's where Whiteout is? What do those people prefer, comics or Whiteout? That is the question. And Whiteout being now potentially the cheaper option, if it does get to that, will people just say, you know what, I'd rather just sell my comics and use Whiteout instead? Or maybe they'll just mix and match. You never know. But be prepared for that, all right? And then, of course, pants, pretty much the exact same thing. There is no resistance there. There is no resistance. Someone could easily buy out that, and it could easily go up to $5 if they want to. I'm just saying, chat. If you want to, you can do it if you want. But yeah, we went from 57, 617, and 831, and we've gone to 55, 71, and 64. But remember, what likely happened was people just removed their listings. There were some people there listing like 200 quantity. Very silly of them. Then we got pizza collection right here, so we're just going to copy and we're going to paste. Chat, I can see you're probably asking some questions. We'll wait for a little bit later. All your words are being seen on the YouTube video, so don't worry about that. But yeah, for the pizza collection skins, we went from 63, 74, 177, 161, and there we go. The quantity's gone down, the prices are going up. We are seeing some nice progress. And, well, pizza time. We have seen, as you can see here, people jumping in and people are buying out the likes of the Pizza Hide shirt. So this is good. This is good for that. It looks like Poncho just jumped up in price a bit there again. Yeah, it just went up by like 50%, so that's cool. And the pizza bandana, you look like you haven't changed that much, but you've actually lost like 30 quantity. So get a load of this. 63, 74, we've gone down to 46 and 44. So this is expected. Reactionary. So yeah, maybe the hide clothing's going to do a whole lot better now. Let me also point this out to you. Me and Mr. Micro, I'll save that for a bit. During our Saturday Skin Showcase, we actually showed off all of the pizza clothing right there. So technically speaking, there is a full set for pizza now. Do you want to raid people and say special delivery? We got here in less than 30 minutes. You get it. Pizza collection technically now has a full set. You can dress up like that. holding a cactus shotgun if you really want to. But yeah, before we talk about all the new skins, we could show this. Mr. Micro has managed to be able to find out all the votes for the skins this week. Get a look at this. Look at what you see here. Stone Sheet Metal Door had over 1,000 votes, and it had loads of downvotes. Don't know what's going on there. But yeah, we might be incorporating this now instead of favourites. Now that he's figured out how to find this, we can now make use of this every single week, maybe. So this was actually about 18 hours ago, so I should point that out. But yeah, the most favoured skin this week, the most voted skin this week, got accepted. Comics Boots and Roadstone Gloves, 4th and 5th. Interesting. But then everything else here, no. So if you've ever wondered, do votes count? Do votes matter? Pizza and UFO were just past the bottom of that list, all in the top 20. That's a very... Yeah, okay, thank you very much for pointing it out, Micro. So apparently, Pizza Collection, so the pizza skins that were just accepted, and the UFO, they were in the top 20. But right here, we have top 15. So this is very interesting. Maybe we can make use of this every single week, we shall see. But in terms of top 10, 3 of the skins were picked out. So we'll now move on to talking about all the new skins. Hello, new skins. As I said, the pattern continued. Crazy, interesting, wacky designs. And then a new creator gets their first ever skin being accepted. So this is nice. But gentlemen, let's now start talking about, what's looking like potentially a good investment. We have to take into consideration all of these things. Oh, look. It looks like we are now calling this the resource collection. Very well. So, gentlemen, sit back, relax. We're going to talk about the stone door. So, this is the 3rd sheet metal door to be accepted this year. As you can see, here we are. 3rd one. So we literally just had a sheet metal door last week, but now we've got the stone door. Stone door was very popular. We just saw all the votes. Over 1,000 votes. This is looking like it's going to go all the way up to armoured. So next week, I wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Freddy and Mr. Kruger make a sheet metal door. Sheet. All right, anyway. Yeah, so we've got stone. Perfect. This lines up very nicely with the stone walls. And if you want to learn more about that, again, me and Mr. Micro already showed it off in our Saturday Skin Showcase. In fact, remember, there's loads of chapters here. Stone sheet metal door, where are you? Oh no, that was the previous week. Was it? Oh yeah, it was. Well, we already knew about it, so hey. We know that this looks really good. Freddy and Kruger are doing a very good job with this. Well, in terms of demand, you can look at the other doors and you can see it's not working out very well. But these are wooden doors. Sheet metal doors are quite reliable, aren't they? Sheet metal doors, right, tend to go quite well in terms of the progress of your base with the stone walls, don't they? So maybe on a stone wall door, maybe that's going to work out very nicely for it. This is a very fun gimmick, and I'm very happy to see it's progressing very nicely. You're doing a very good Freddy and Kruger. I am optimistic for this. I think in terms of the progress of your base, you're always most likely going to have a sheet metal door with your stone walls, so you can blend it in nicely. It looks cool. I think that's got a pretty decent future. I look forward to that, but I don't want to rush into buying it. Sheet metal doors can be weird. Sheet metal doors tend to be pretty unstable investments. If we keep seeing loads of sheet metal doors being accepted this year, then that's going to struggle. That's going to suffer. So I would rather wait until next week and do a buy order first and then consider buying it. That's my safe approach. I always consider doing that. And yeah, I think at the moment, not surprised it's the best-selling skin. At the moment, optimistic. So I'm happy for that. So we'll leave that for now. Now I'm going to look at these two. Gentlemen, did we ever get whiteout boots? Did we ever get whiteout gloves? Let's go quickly find out. I'm sure we got the gloves, but I know there's not that much whiteout. So we got gloves, but we never got boots. We never got boots. So that's an interesting thing to point out. So, remember what I said earlier about maybe comics and whiteout are going to be mixed and matched a whole lot now, because with so many whiteout clothing skins in circulation, it's going to affect comics collection, because of course they're the snowy environment, pure white camouflage collections, I guess you could say. Well, boots, how well do they tend to do? So there's one thing I definitely want to bring up to you. First of all, this is the first pair of boots to be accepted this year. Last year, we only had 3 pairs of boots. But there was something that came out last year that we could strongly compare to, and that is the Dragon Rage boots. Dragon Rage, and I've already used Dragon Rage skins before as a nice example to showcase, this is something that we got to learn from. Dragon Rage was the first budget blackout that came out last year, and then we got Black Gold as well. But what I want to say is technically speaking, you could say Comics is at the moment still the budget whiteout. This ended up having 34,000 sales. This was a very ridiculous amount, and even to this day, it's struggling. Even during these good times, it barely went above its restore price. I think for a good while, this was selling for like $1.50. So actually, that technically was actually fairly all right, but you probably would have expected a whole lot better. Right now, there's 290 of them on the Steam market. That's also not good. We need to keep an eye on these. If we don't see a ridiculous amount of these sell, then that's good. But if we do, this is the future it's likely going to end up with. If we see over 30,000 sales, this is the future. It might do slightly good when times are ridiculously good, aka post-Christmas, but do you really want to wait 10 months until then? I don't think you do you? So this is useful. Comics Collection can use it. Whiteout Collection can use it. Boots tend to do quite all right. In fact, I should have showed that. I'm an idiot. You could understand, I'm a fool. Boots tend to do pretty all right. If we go by highest price, yeah, we'll go from there. Do you see many negatives? I see... Well, actually, first of all, we shouldn't accept these two because these are like default skins, so let's just forget about those two. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we've got 6 boot skins in the negative. Right, okay, let's compare that to all the green ones. 6, 6, 6, 6, 24, 29... 34, 37, 41. So 41 in the positive compared to 6 in the negative. Yeah. Boots look like they tend to do quite all right, is what I'm saying. So this has uses for 2 popular collections at the moment, Comics and Whiteout. So wouldn't be surprised if this sells well, but we have to keep an eye on it. If it sells too much, then we will probably rather do a buy order instead. Right now, we know that this is abnormal. We don't need to rush into it. Let's take our time, and let's just put that aside for now. But I am optimistic because of that. Road sign gloves. Road sign gloves. Road sign gloves are pretty much the exact same thing with boots. They tend to be pretty much near enough exactly the same thing in regards to we have a few negatives, but the vast majority of them are in the positive. And, well, highest price, here we go. Do you notice a pattern here? Do you notice how quite a lot of them that are in collections tend to do quite all right? In fact, most of them are collections. In fact, I'd say pretty much 90% of them are. That's not too much of a surprise, is it? But yeah. Dragon Rage again. 29,000 sales. Down 32%. Oh dear. Yeah. No Mercy road sign gloves. 38,000 sales. Down 5%. Oh dear. So yeah. Again, much like with the boots, we need to care about the fact that... how many sales happen. Now, we do have the direct competitor, Whiteout road sign gloves, right here. Whiteout might get the edge because it's pure white. We shall see. But Whiteout road sign gloves might struggle because this has now been accepted. So, yeah. Maybe this is going to be doing quite all right because people treat this as the new Whiteout gloves budget option. Remember, these are $6. These are $2. It probably has a decent future. But by default, most skin collection road sign gloves tend to do very nicely, as you can see, all of them in the positive. And let me tell you, during the post-Christmas time, when we're knee-deep in January, buddy, the prices were very good, very good. So, in short, I'm going to sit here and say both of these are looking very appealing, but it mainly depends on how many of them sell. And then we'll worry about it. So, again, abnormal, focus it then, right? All good. Barbecue box. Congratulations, Mr. Zlotno. Congratulations in getting your first ever marketable skin being accepted. I think you had a Twitch drop, if I can recall. I cannot confirm that directly. I think you've made attempts or something. Regardless, congratulations. So you've actually made like 3 barbecue skins, or rather, was it Slaughterhouse or something you called it in the workshop? Anyway, let's talk about large box skins. So, can I just point this out to you, especially you skin creators out there? We saw like, and I'm talking last week, maybe like 5 to 10 storage collection attempts. and Face Punch picked that instead. All right. Face Punch has not said, hey, now's a good time to start making storage collections again. So if you're a skin creator out there, maybe you should focus making some independent skins rather than trying to make a storage collection. All right? Maybe it's time to accept that Face Punch doesn't want a storage collection right now. They have not confirmed it. They have not said, hey guys, now's a good time to jump back in. But towards the very end of the graffiti collection, they did say, right guys, there's too many people making storage collections at the moment. Can we stop for now? They said to stop, but they never said to, yeah, let's do this again. So what we see here is an independent skin that has succeeded in being accepted. That probably means that right now it's probably not a good time to make storage collection skins. All right, that's just for you skin creators out there. Now, in terms of an independent skin, yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Yeah, I'm immediately worried. This sold for $2.49. This sold for $2.49. Down 33, down 12. Okay. Sorry, Zolodno. I know it's your first skin, but I am looking at this with a financial perspective, and I will point this out. Gentlemen, if you like the skins that are in front of you right now, regardless of that financial perspective, if you like the skin, buy it, use it, enjoy it. Show your support. Show your support to those skin creators, all right? Make sure you do that, okay? All good. But that right there, I'm not super keen with. And I did see a lot of large boxes struggling last year. The storage collections held on for quite some time, but there were some outliers that did struggle a lot more compared to the others. This right here, based on what I see, and I know the fact that we're starting to see less people playing the game at the moment, it happens, you know. Christmas time, loads of people play, but gradually it starts to go back down to the regular, normal amount. So, yeah, less people are playing. The market downturn is expected to be happening. You get the idea. Yeah, so large boxes very likely will start struggling now. So, yeah, I'm not super keen on that one. I'd rather just do a buy order and then look at what happens afterwards. But at the moment, not super keen with it. The crazy skins, here we go. Hey, Lamau, we have a UFO face mask and chest plate. Right, it's a new green budget option. Forest Raiders investors, you might want to start sweating now. I'm joking, but... You know, we did get Elite Crate Tier 3 being accepted just before the end of last year, and we never got another Elite Crate being accepted. However, you know, Elite Crate hoodie and pants could be accepted next week. But, yeah, these are new, these are interesting, and, This is awkward, because they aren't abnormal. So that would be very helpful if they were, but they're not. And it looks very goofy, it looks very silly, and they're pure green. Pure green, chat. So me and Mr. Micro this Saturday, we're definitely going to have to probably run around in the forest areas and play a little hide and seek with some alien gear and see if this is super helpful in the foresty areas, much like what we did with the forest, with the frog cosplay and... the Elite Crate Tier 3, because Tier 3 Elite Crate was very good in the foresty areas, and that's what you care about, I'm sure. That's the main thing that's of your concern. In fact, right now, we could show you what happens when you don't see a continuation for a Tier 3 armor after such a long time. Let's go take a look at Elite Crate Tier 3. Elite Crate, where are you? There you are. Well, at the moment, it's still holding up quite nicely. A lot of hopeful people are still out there. This week we got a submission of Elite Crate tier hoodie and pants, so people are still hopeful for it. Force Wipe is next week, so maybe we shall see. But it's nice to have. It's the first Tier 3 armor to be accepted this year that wasn't charity. So this is looking promising. I'd rather wait a little bit, then look. I think I might do the purchase on the Thursday. Remember what I did with the Pizza Hide shirt and pants? I waited till Thursday, bought them then, waited 48 hours, and then I could see that the Pizza Hide shirt and pants weren't looking to be very good for a while. They're doing good now. But, yeah, maybe that's the safest option. It is going to be in demand for what I've said. Nice, helpful forest grassy area camouflage. And I shall point this out to you. Mr. Micro, with his exquisite taste, has figured out, you know what? I found out something that could work well with this. Why not pair it up with the Conspiracy Nut hoodie and pants? Yes, gentlemen. You've got your option right there immediately. Conspiracy Nut hoodie and pants tend to go quite alright with that. Do you reckon that looks good? So, I repeat to you, Conspiracy Nut hoodie and pants might be the home for it. Or, as I just mentioned just a minute ago, why not consider frog cosplay? Maybe that's the option. Maybe you want to pair it up with Forest Raiders. You know, the options are there, but I think that's a very clever idea there, Mr. Micro. I think that works out very nicely. And don't forget, you've got the big alien patch on the side as well. That's a cool idea. It's not an option that you have to take, but it's an option that you might want to consider. Right now, I'm going to sit there and say I'm optimistic for it, but I'm going to put it to the side for now. Let's talk about pizza. Pizza, pizza, pizza. It's pizza time, gentlemen. Pizza time is here, and we now technically have a full clothing collection. The primitive option, the primitive pizza option. Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza for you and me. We have a pretty interesting batch of skins. We have probably what everybody's going to be wearing now in the primitive phase of Rust. The first boonie hat to be accepted about a year and a half. That's nice to see. The first hide shoes to be accepted since 2019. In fact, I'll show that to you in a minute. But yeah, this is looking to be pretty interesting. And you're going to start seeing these go up in price. You're going to start. We've already seen this happen twice now. Because remember, when these appeared, this went up in price. And when now these appeared, people bought out the stock. And yeah, so these are going to be improving. This is looking good. We have seen Pizza Tier 3 being submitted this week. Are we going to enter the armor era for pizza? I don't know. As you can see, it's right here, right there. Can you see that? Hey, Pizza Tier 3. I don't know. It has got strong competition. Comics Tier 3 is in contention for next week as well. We shall see. But let me just point out to you, boonie hats, we don't see many of them, do we? Boonie hats, all in the positive. Looking pretty promising there, isn't it? So we'll go by newest. Haven't had a boonie hat since August of 2021. It's been a long time, hasn't it? The Fisherman boonie hat had 28,000 sales, and well, that progressed very nicely. I should point out that was very useful early game green camouflage with the Fisherman collection. A lot of YouTubers utilised that, showed it off for a video. Loads of people copied them, loads of people bought in. So, this sold a lot and is doing well. This isn't camouflage, but I think there's a joke there. I think a lot of people will be making some joke videos with Pizza Collection. I think it's lining up to work out very nicely for it. It just takes one fairly popular YouTuber for everybody to start using it and wanting it and, yeah, buying it. Then we got the shoes. Shoes. We don't have many hard shoes, do we? And they're all in the positive. So, will this work out quite nicely for it? I should point out to you. Remember how the Pizza Hide shirt and pants were the first Hide shirt and pants skins to be accepted after almost 6 years. And then they struggled immediately because someone decided to unload 200 stock of each on each side. Well, be cautious. Be wary. Whilst this looks good, doesn't necessarily mean this is instantly going to be good. But would you like some cheese between your toes? I mean, the options there. Maybe a little bit of pepperoni. A greasy bit of olive. Maybe some peppers. It's looking pretty good. So it's looking quite appealing here on this side. Now we're on to the AK of the week. All right, we're on to the AK of the week, the Recycler AK. Mr. Kelmer Legend, you have been quite successful with your Recycler collection. Congratulations to you, good sir. I know you're over there. Say hello, Mr. Kelmer Legend. So, AK-47. I made quite a bit of a quip earlier about, oh yeah, we just literally had the Pug AK. Oh, you never know, we're probably going to get another AK being accepted. Well, bam. Right there. Another AK immediately. 3 weeks on the trot, to be precise. So in terms of AKs, out of 8 Rustle rotations, we've had 6 AK-47 skins being accepted. This is looking a bit awkward. You know, just a bit. Just a bit. Yeah, so that's looking like a bit of a problem there. This is barely holding up. Remember, 30,000 sales. This is doing okay at the moment, but it only just became marketable about 22 hours ago. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry, Kelmo. I'm very happy that you got your skin accepted, but yeah, it's not looking good, is it? If we go by lowest price. So look, I think it immediately is lowest price. So the cheapest one is 97 cents. Look how many of them are close to $1. I'm saying below $1.20. So it stops here. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You've got like 42 AK-47s that are below $1.20. Close to $1, likely going to be turned into metal sort of pricing. That's awkward, and I'm very worried about that, Mr. Kelmo. But hey, for example, your Thompson and your pump shotgun skin are still doing very nicely, but that shows the difference. Thompson skins are more reliable. Thompson and pump shotguns, we hardly ever see them being accepted. So these worked out quite nicely, but then you got the SAR over here, and with so many SAR skins being accepted over these past few months, that's struggling as well. So we do see the patterns. Some items skins do a whole lot better than the other item skins because, there's a difference in between, or based on the fact that certain items get a whole lot more skins compared to other items. You get the idea. So at the moment, not super keen on it, but what I did say earlier was, if you like the skins and you want to show your support, please, by all means, buy the skins. Show your support to the skin creators, and you get the idea. And now we have the Wasteland Sap. Wasteland Collection is progressing as a very nice collection. Wouldn't be surprised to see if that crossbow is accepted next week. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, we shall see. But we've got a Sap skin. It is the second Sap skin to be accepted this year. And, well, we can compare it to the Sap skins that came out all during 2022. So how are those skins looking? And especially the skin that came out not too long ago. Oh, dear, down 41%. Oh, dear. Down 3%, up 1, down 16, down 20, down 5, down 5, down 32, down 28. Oof. So yeah, Sap skins aren't super reliable. Maybe it's going to work out quite alright if we do see some more Wasteland skins being accepted. That's very likely going to happen, more Wasteland skins being accepted, but I'm not super keen on Sap skins. I fully believe it will go below its Rustle price immediately. I just know. It's unfortunate, but I've seen them during the bad times as well, and buddy, they struggle. So that was all of the skins. We just went through all of them. We went through a very nice analytical financial perspective on all of them, but now we need to predict. Gentlemen, what likely is going to be a very nice skin in the future? What's likely going to be a very good investment? At the moment, quite a lot of them I'm very optimistic for. Stone Sheet Metal Door, I think, will have a very lovely future ahead of it. If we don't get that many Sheet Metal Door skins being accepted this year, it's probably going to work out quite all right. The Resource Collection, very nice to see it. Wouldn't be surprised if we get sheet metal door and armored door in the future. That's going to be very silly, but wouldn't be surprised. Freddy Krueger, you're doing a very good job of it. I think that's going to be doing quite all right. But I'd rather do my bar orders first because it's abnormal, then make the decision. Because I can see this being used so much with stone bases. And guys, if we were to do a vote, what base are you most likely going to have? A lot of people are going to say stone bases. They're very quick to put up together, and then wha-bam, put down a sheet metal door, wha-bam, stone metal door skin. Looks great. I think that's got a great future ahead of it, so I'm optimistic for that. I'm optimistic for the comics boots because we don't have whiteout boots, so this is going to be useful for both comics and whiteout collection. Boot skins tend to be very reliable, so as long as if this doesn't hit 30,000 sales, this is looking optimistic. Very nice. In the future, I don't know how it's going to look like immediately within the short-term future, but in the long term, I see that doing quite nicely if we don't get a ridiculous amount of sales. Same thing applies to the road sign gloves. Very nice to see. Both of these have hardly any negative skins. There's only a few of them that are in the negative in terms of value. This right here, as much as this as well, if we don't see that many skins sell, this is going to do all right as well. It has a direct competitor with the whiteout road sign gloves. Whiteout road sign gloves are selling for $6 right now. This is selling for $2. Is this the new budget whiteout gloves? Maybe that's the gimmick that's going to help it get a lot of sales. Maybe that's going to work out very nicely for it. So gentlemen, these three skins I feel very optimistic for, and I wouldn't be surprised if next week we potentially see Comics Tier 3 being accepted. So these are the three main skins I'm being optimistic for. Now I'm going to be the partial optimism. UFO, chestplate, and face mask, I'm pretty half decent. I would actually probably say I'm fairly optimistic for. Now, I think these three skins are going to get most of the attention this week, which would probably leave these four skins in the dark. This is pure green, dark green, helpful for the grassy and the foresty areas. This is looking pretty nice. Also, dressing up as an alien probably would be pretty funny, so I would point that out to you. It's got a pretty decent future ahead of it, and if you own Forest Raiders, does this blend in nicely with Forest Raiders? We will find out, won't we? Me and Mr. Micro will have to do a nice comparison with the foresty areas in our Saturday skin showcase, so keep an eye on that for that. On Saturdays, 9 o'clock, twitch.tv, HedgeSN. Please come and watch us, 9 o'clock UK time. We will have to do a nice showcase of that. I'm optimistic for this, and I think I'd rather wait until Thursday, do the purchase, look at the first 48 hours, and then consider whether to do a refund or not. This is looking pretty good. Green skins tend to do very nicely, even now. Even though Elite Crate Tier 3 never got its other pieces being accepted, its other core pieces, they're still in the positive. So that's pretty good. We'll leave that for now. Let's talk about pizza. I'm half optimistic for this because I don't think there's any more clothing skins that we can get for Pizza Collection. I think we got the full set there, Primitive Pizza. I doubt that we're going to see Pizza Armor. I have doubts. Maybe we'll get Pizza Hoodie and Pants, maybe. I don't know. Jimmick, I think it's probably a good time now to maybe start dabbling with Pizza Deplorables. Buddy, where is my Pineapple Pizza reactive target? I want to shoot Pineapple Pizza, all right? Please give me what I demand, what I need. But yeah, half optimistic because I'm not 100% sure we're going to see some clothing and armor skins for a while. Maybe not until the end of March. We know it's a pattern now, don't we? So something we'll have to keep an eye out for. So yeah, optimistic for these skins, half optimistic for this, not very optimistic for the barbecue box and the Recycler AK and the SAP. That is my financial perspective. Okay, so now we need to talk about what we can expect for March Force Wipe next week. On March 2nd, we're going to have a Force Wipe. We're going to see a lot more people playing the game, and we're very likely going to be seeing some very interesting skins being accepted. And maybe we can see some in the workshop submission section here on SMM. Because, gentlemen, this past week, we saw the likes of Comics Tier 3 being submitted. We saw the likes of Elite Crate Hoodie and Pants being submitted. We saw some very interesting skins in terms of deplorables, in terms of clothing and armor and weapon skins. What might we see? Well, we got Eco Raider Tier 2 that was submitted. We got Desert Raiders burlap stuff being submitted. We saw the likes of Bismuth Armored Door being submitted. We saw Comics Tier 3 being submitted, and the thing that I'm very, very, very confident we're going to see next week is the Tempered Sheet Metal Double Door. Now you're going to sit there and say, oh, are you 100% sure? Well, first of all, that's probably going to be listed for $5 and it's going to sell a lot, like 30,000 sales. Not going to be surprised by that. Secondly, have you noticed this other pattern that I'm going to show to you? Have you noticed for the previous Force Wipes, have you noticed on January and February that we had a tempered deplorable? So, January 5th, Force Wipe, tempered large box. February 2nd, Force Wipe, tempered small box. March 2nd. What do you reckon, huh? What do you reckon? Do you reckon it's going to happen? I think things are lining up perfectly for it. And we'll go through the routine, right? So, for a Force Wipe, we expect to have an update. Lots of curious people jumping in, wanting to see that update. Lots of people wanted to play for a Force Wipe because it's probably the best time to play. Everybody's on equal terms, and, well, you know, you get the idea. Everybody's going through the primitive phase and attacking each other, and, you know, it's more equal, more fun that way. So a lot of people enjoy the Force Wipe days. That means more people will be playing. More people will see the new Rust store. So theoretically, you'd think, right, Face Punch would want to put out the skins that they think are going to sell the best. Bam! What do you reckon? We've seen it happen before. I've been optimistic that we'd see tempered skins being accepted before for a Force Wipe, and it happened these past 2 previous months. Wouldn't be surprised if we see this beautiful thing appearing next week. And yeah, sheet metal double doors, very nice investments. So I'm very optimistic that this is going to happen, Mr. Emilio Frito. I think you've lined it up perfectly. And that, gentlemen, is pretty much everything that we need to say. I think we've gone through everything. I think we're just going to enjoy. Oh, no, I want to go to the front page. There we go. Yep. Comics, hoodie and pants on the front page with pizza skins. Very, very nice. And that's expected, the reactionary nature of the Rust economy. And one more quick refresh. What's it looking like right now? Starting to go up. Why is it starting to go up? Because we reach a point where so many people are buying the skins out that people start to notice, and then people start listing all of their skins as well. So this isn't a surprise. This is to be expected. Now we're going to start seeing maybe some resistance appearing. Maybe you'll see like 10, 20 or 30 quantity appearing. It's not a surprise at all. The initial shock, reaction, and everybody grabbing some skins and whatnot has happened. Now we're going to start seeing the tides turn. It's going to go the other way. But at the moment, $3 here for the pants and $3 here for the hoodie. Now over to back to here. 46, 44, 145, 135. And yeah, started to go back up in price, quantity a bit. Now, don't worry about the prices. That's just a glitch. But yeah, prices are still fairly okay. But in terms of quantity, 10 there, 11 there. Could it easily bounce back up and go above $1? Maybe. There's a bit of resistance there, but it's not super bad. Will pizza collection flourish? Will people utilise the silliness of dressing up as a pizza man? We will have to wait and see. This is expected. I'm starting to get really low on energy. Sorry about that. Oh, I haven't eaten dinner. That was a bad idea. Maybe I need to eat one of these. Gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Keep an eye out. Next week's going to be very interesting. We're going to need to wait and see what we're going to see for the workshop skins as well. What submissions are we going to see on Tuesday? Well, Monday. And then Tuesday. Yeah, you get the idea. Oh, Mr. Micro has another picture to show us. What do we see here? Is this the most updated voted skins for this week? Tempered Sheet Metal Double Door, 707 votes. That's up votes, and then down votes are 265. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. The top 15 skins for this week so far. Tempered Sheet Metal Double Door is in the lead. Abyss Garage Door is in second. Olympus Door Zeus is in third. Comics Chestplate is in fourth. Mosaic Meds in fifth. Infinity Guns in sixth. Comics Face Mask, both of them, what's that, seventh and eighth. Flare Python in ninth. And Elite Crate Hoodie, not jacket, hoodie, it's just name jacket, is in 10th place. So that's the top 10. And then all of these are the 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th. There we go. What do you reckon's going to happen next week, chat? Will this change? Probably. But we'll see what gets picked. Thank you all for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed yourselves and have a lovely week. Have a lovely weekend. And please remember, me and Mr. Micro do our Saturday Skin Showcase on Saturdays on my Twitch channel. All in I have loads of things in the description for links and whatnot. So 9 o'clock UK time is when we usually start, and we show off all the skins, and we welcome everybody to come in, say their opinions, and we'll probably show us some mixing and matching of skins if you have ideas and whatnot. So have a good one. Thank you all for watching. See ya.